From the Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Dale and Scott.
A day late and a dollar short, but here we are. November 30th. That's episode 384. I'm Scott.
Hi, Scott.
That's Dale. Got to talk about this. Every now and then we talk about frivolous lawsuits, and this one is a zinger. I mean, did you read about this?
I just saw it before the show.
And of course,
just stupid.
And of course, it's a Florida woman. A Florida woman is suing Kraft and their Velveeta shells and cheese. That's a mac and cheese thing. Because she says it takes longer than 3.5 minutes to make, as they claim in their ads and on the box. Because you have to factor in the time to open the package, add the water, stir in the sauce, and allow it to cool. She's seeking $5 million in damages. How has she been damaged by this?
Well, it's a class action, right?
It's a class action. Yeah. The Heinz...
she said, I know this part.
Yeah.
Is that because of this 3.5 minutes, if she said that if she knew the true time it took to do it, she may have considered buying another brand.
Right. I get it. I get it. Because her time is so friggin' valuable.
Right.
She probably works at Walmart. The Kraft Heinz company said in a statement to the Washington Post that it was aware of the frivolous lawsuit and will strongly defend against the allegations in the complaint. Now, this is brought by a West Palm Beach lawyer who has gone after, I think we've talked about him on the show before. He's gone after Kellogg's, saying the company's strawberry Pop-Tarts is deceptive because it also has other fruits in there besides strawberries. He says that Keebler and Betty Crocker were wrong to call their cookie and cake mixes fudge because they contain no milk fat. I mean, he went after Keurig and Dr. Pepper over words that appear in an A&W root beer cans made with aged vanilla because he says there's no vanilla in there. I mean, yeah, that's his job, I guess. Right. Just going after these companies, making sure that they are going the letter of the law with their claims. It's stupid, and hopefully this will get thrown out. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. So it takes 4.5 minutes instead of 3.5 minutes.
It's also something that people who do this, like, you shouldn't be allowed to practice law.
No, I think their law license should be taken away. It's like we live in Las Vegas, and the injury law business, I guess, is huge here. And it's like, how are all these people getting hurt? Where are all these people getting hurt that these people have full-time jobs? I mean, one of the injury lawyers, we saw him. He was staying at the Resorts World when we were there, and he was driving like a Lamborghini or something. He's making bucks.
It was a very nice car.
He's making bucks. I mean, you can't drive around Vegas without seeing 80 or 90 injury law billboards. And then on our local news channels, it's all injury law.
Yeah.
What is it? Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
What? In a wreck and need a check?
Right. Paul Powell. We got tons of them. Also dumb. It's an update of a topic we covered recently. I think just in the last 2 weeks. The Arizona teacher, you remember her? She got fired from her classroom job because she had an OnlyFans on the side where she and her husband were doing porn. She did the porn in question in her classroom, and she was fired by the school because of that. But now she's been banned from OnlyFans.
That's just so weird.
She says it's not fair because she did the video on the weekend when no kids were there, and she blocked anyone who lived in the state of Arizona from watching the account. But we reported just a couple weeks ago that there were kids in her class that found the video. And I guess those kids live in Arizona.
I would assume, yeah.
So maybe she didn't do a very good job of blocking it. Anyway, she's going to be okay. She's moved on to another unnamed porn site. We don't know where she is, but I'm not going to go looking for her either.
No.
Are you?
No, not at all.
We don't care.
This, my friends, is the Swish Edition. from their secret underground studio. This is the Swish Edition.
We got a mouthful for you guys.
Dale and Scott are in the studio on the mics, and they fired up the antenna.
That has to come whether you like it or not.
And if you're willing to show it, they'll take a picture of it.
I actually think I might throw.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, here are your new best friends. They're your hosts,
It's very exciting for me because this is the best show ever made.
Dale and Scott.
Very excited, Dale, because just today we booked a cruise to Alaska.
Yes.
We're finally going back to Alaska. Dale and I have been there together on a cruise a million years ago. I've been there 4 times on cruises. This will be my 5th time. We're gonna go in September. We're not gonna tell you the cruise line because we don't want you to go with us. But we're not gonna tell you the date or the cruise line. But we're excited about going, and we're going with some friends, and gonna have a good time. It's the most beautiful place you can go.
Yeah.
I mean, of the places I've been, yeah. Hawaii is gorgeous too, but Alaska is pretty phenomenal, and a cruise is the best way to see it for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah,
It's been too long. It's been a long time since I've been.
it's been a long time since we've gone anywhere. Well, we did that Virgin thing. That was fun.
Yeah.
Hey, other breaking news. Excited about this. Happened since the last time we talked to you. The Secret Garden at Mirage here in Vegas is finally going to close forever. It's what animal activists and me have been hoping for years. This is something that Siegfried and Roy, when they were residents there at Mirage back in their heyday in the 80s and 90s, they started this. They had dolphins back there and their white lions and tigers and all that stuff. And they're back there to this day. Right now, as we speak, they're there. There's dolphins, there's wild cats, and they should not be there. They should not be in small enclosures. They should not be in small little pools in the middle of the desert. Dolphins. So thrilled that they're closing this. The animals will be relocated. Hopefully they won't be going to SeaWorld. I'm hoping they're going to be retired. I mean, you can't let them out into the loose. I mean,
Right.
the ocean, obviously they wouldn't be able to survive out there, but you can't take the lions and tigers back to Africa. That's not going to work
I mean,
either.
the lion and tigers would be easy, but where do you relocate
Dolphins.
dolphins?
There must be a dolphin sanctuary somewhere.
Maybe. You know, they do make sanctuaries in oceans
Yes,
that are like roped off, but
Right.
large areas so they
Yes.
can.
that would be great too.
Do their
I just
thing.
hope that, the 3 of them have died this year under mysterious circumstances. So the dolphins I'm talking about. I'm glad that they're finally doing this. Of course, Mirage is not going to be an MGM property anymore starting next month. It's going to be owned by Hard Rock. Rename the Hard Rock sometime in the next year or 2. Got to talk about this because I think we've talked about it a little bit on the show before. Todd and Julie Chrisley were sentenced to prison since the last time we talked to you. Todd got 12 years. Julie got Y years.
I think it's
7 or 9.
Yeah.
Something in there. Julie just recently said on a podcast, I never intentionally did anything wrong. Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think they did a lot of things wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, they lied about their finances to get a $30 million loan and then turned around and claimed bankruptcy and then immediately got their reality show. And I mean, they've just been scummy for years.
They are scummy. The thing is that the show is actually funny.
It is funny, and we have enjoyed it.
Yeah. I see clips like on TikTok or Instagram or something.
It is funny, and it always was funny, but I had no idea that they were horrible, horrible people.
Right.
They must also pay $17.2 million in restitution for their $35 million fraud scheme.
Yeah.
Well, why
I
not
heard
pay
that they're-
$35 million?
Right. I heard they are
restitution?
selling one of the houses or
I
something.
think they're going to have to sell both of them. In related news, Chrisley Knows Best, their long-running reality show has been canceled. And I'm hoping that the brass at NBC Universal buries the reruns. How could they possibly show the old episodes anymore, knowing that these people,
Right.
I mean, they shouldn't benefit from this show anymore, right?
No, because they're shitty.
They're shitty people should not have reality shows and making millions of dollars off it.
Oh, God, well, there's so many. You watch all of them.
I don't watch all of them. I really don't, but I mean, I don't watch like Love Island or Bachelor in Paradise or any of that shit. But I do watch a couple of Housewives and I watch Kardashians. Yeah, I love that. Merriam-Webster, the dictionary, released their word of the year for 2022 this past week, and the word is gaslighting. I think that's weird. According to the dictionary, gaslighting, or the act or practice of grossly misleading someone, especially for one's own advantage, saw 1,740% increase in lookups this past year.
I believe that.
That's why gaslighting is the word of the year. They blame it on misinformation, fake news, deep fakes, and conspiracy theories, which are on the rise nationwide. And it's true. I mean, we hear about it every friggin' day.
Very, very true.
There are a lot of people out there who believe things that just are not true. Like Santa Claus. The Easter Bunny. And the Tooth Fairy. Sorry if kids are listening. Kids should not listen to this show, so I don't feel bad, right?
No.
Just like Virgin, no kids allowed. Hallmark doesn't just have this really cool, really amazing enchant. Have we talked about what enchant is?
I think we did.
So
We
enchant,
said we were going.
we're going this coming Sunday night
Yeah.
with my mom and dad, who are on their way. They're coming to stay with us in our house. That should be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Enchant is this huge multi-acre installation with like trees and 4 million lights and an ice skating rink and hot cocoa and Santa Claus and a maze, and apparently there's some kind of passport we're gonna get when we get there, and we need to get stamps along the way.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so we're doing that. We're doing that with my mom and dad, and then we're gonna eat dinner over there at Resorts World. This is the newest strip resort here in Vegas. But Hallmark is behind this. They're the sponsor of this,
and they have 2 here.
Yeah, there's one at the ballpark too. But anyway, they're doing something different also at the Hilton, because Resorts World is a Hilton. They're creating these random suites throughout the property of over-the-top holiday glory, they call it, with wreaths, trees, tinsel, hot cocoa, holiday snacks, ornaments that you can take home, and of course on the TV, all the Hallmark Christmas movies.
That's just what I want.
Yeah. So I think... Now, this is what I'm led to believe. I read a couple articles about this, but I believe that you can't book it. It's totally random. Yeah. So if you book a room at the Hilton, either here in Vegas, they're also doing it at the Hilton San Diego and the Hilton in Chicago between now and December 31st, you might possibly get a Hallmark Christmas decked out room.
But they never said how many they've done.
They won't do that. And I don't think there's any way to book it. I think you just randomly get it.
Yeah.
What if you're a Muslim or Jewish?
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of Christmas and New Year's, Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton are going to co-host Miley's New Year's Eve party on NBC this year. This is kind of fun. Dolly is replacing Pete Davidson, who co-hosted last year. Isn't that funny? And you know that Dolly Parton is Miley Cyrus's godmother.
Yes.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
This is going to be live from Miami on December 31st, 10:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Eastern Time on NBC and Peacock.
And I think Miley is also doing Dolly Parton's Christmas show that drops, I think it's Thursday it comes out.
It's right here. December 1st, this coming Thursday, 8 p.m. on NBC. I guess Dolly has a deal with NBC, huh? It's called Dolly Parton's Magic Christmas, and I thought it was just a Christmas special, but it's a movie.
Yeah.
It's a movie musical with a storyline about the making of a network Christmas special. It's a show within a show.
Within a
Yeah.
show.
It was filmed at Dollywood, and the guests include Willie Nelson, Billy Ray Cyrus, Miley Cyrus, Jimmy Fallon, who I hate, and Anna Gasteyer, who I love. So this will be fun.
Yeah.
I just close my eyes during the Jimmy Fallon fart.
There you go.
Fart.
Fart.
Jimmy Fallon fart. I fucking hate him. Just like, I guess I hate a lot of NBC people because, that other guy that I don't like from NBC.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I hate Jimmy Fallon so much? I don't know.
No
I just think he's. You ever watch him interview someone on The Tonight Show? He's fake as fuck.
Of course he is. That's
He
his
is
job.
so fake. But David Letterman was never fake. Jimmy Kimmel is never fake. But, well, I hate Stephen Colbert too. I can't stand Stephen Colbert or Jimmy Fallon. They could both go suck a lemon. I hate them. Why are they all white guys on late night? Oh, I guess they're Trevor Noah. He's black.
Well, he's
Although
leaving
that's been
this-
canceled, right? Or
not
he's
canceled.
leaving.
He's leaving.
He's leaving. He had Will Smith on night before last.
Really?
Yeah, that got a lot of play in the news yesterday.
Oh,
He said he just says he feels really bad about the Oscar slap, and he says I wouldn't be surprised if people don't go see my new movie. He actually
hasn't-
said that.
And he has a new movie coming out on Apple.
Yeah.
December, like in a week.
He feels bad. He feels really bad. And of course I'm sure his publicists are telling him, you need to make everyone think that you feel really bad about this.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't really in real life.
Yeah.
I don't think Jada thought it was bad. I thought Jada thought it was awesome.
I don't know. That's just a weird fucking
I
family.
fucking hate Jada. Oh my God. I hate too many people, Dale. What is wrong with me?
Yeah, 'tis the season.
Hey, you're wearing your Chicago sweatshirt today.
Mm-hmm.
You bought it at the Chicago airport. No, you bought it at the Denver airport. It's a Denver shirt that you're
Denver,
wearing.
yeah.
Colorado. Oh my God, I'm all over the place today. I wanted to talk about Christmas movies because they're like all the rage right now. It's not even December yet, and Christmas is here. It really is. I mean, we already have our Christmas decorations up. We have 2 trees up.
Yeah.
We have 1 outside. We've got little Christmassy things all over the house. We even have doggy, Christmas-themed.
Yeah, I don't know where those
Um,
came from.
Where
still
I think
don't.
someone gave them to us as a gift
Must have.
a year or 2 ago. Yeah, they're what do you call those necklaces
Collars.
for dogs? Collars, necklaces for dogs. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the best Christmas movies. We'll talk about music next week, but my all-time favorite, and I've already watched it. I put it on while I was putting up the Christmas tree. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation from 1989. I think the year I graduated from high school, by the way. One of the best, if not the best, Christmas movie ever made.
It is a good movie.
Number 2 is Home Alone, and I know that Dale loves Home Alone. He owns both Home Alone and Home Alone 2. But I put A Christmas Story at number 3. I love it. We talked about it last week about how the house is for sale. I think it's just a absolute modern classic. And then I put Home Alone 2 Lost in New York as number 4. I absolutely love it. I almost like it better than Home Alone, but
The original?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. Die Hard number 5. And anyone who doesn't think Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, then you're stupid. The Nightmare Before Christmas is number 6. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever watched it all the way through?
Not all the way through because I can't stand it.
Why? You don't like stop motion animation?
No, I hate it. It's horrible. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Is that the song?
This is Halloween. This is something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
White Christmas, the 1954 classic. Then Scrooged with Bill Murray. It's awesome. The Ref. Oh, have you seen The Ref? The Ref
No, I've never heard of that.
We're gonna watch it. It's so freaking good. It's got Kevin Spacey in it, and I'm blanking on the other people, but it's got really funny people in it. It's very dirty. It's not for kids, that's for sure. Actually, what's her name's in it? Tip of my tongue. The good wife.
Baranski?
Christine Baranski's in it. Yeah.
Teen Baranski.
I put Elf at number 10. Bad Moms Christmas, which Dale and I just had on a night before last. We can watch that over and over again.
Yeah.
Christmas with the Cranks, which is so great. Jamie Lee Curtis. So
The
good in
only
that.
Christmas movie that I like with Tim Allen. I do not like his Santa Claus.
No,
Those are just stupid.
Well, they're not on my list, but I like Christmas with the Cranks. It's a fun
That's
fun
funny.
movie. Number 13 is the Christmas
And it's
Chronicle.
about Jamie Lee Curtis, not Tim Allen, anyway. In that.
True, it's mostly Jamie Lee Curtis. The Christmas Chronicles from 2018, which is a Netflix movie. There's a sequel also, which Dale and I haven't seen yet, and we should pull that up this season sometime.
Yeah.
It's Kurt Russell as Santa Claus, and of course, Goldie Hawn plays Mrs. Claus in that, as in a little cameo. And then I put number 14, The Office Christmas Party. I mean, so great. Jennifer
Funny.
Aniston,
That
Jason Bateman.
That group of people are great together.
So many great people in that, and it's so wild and off the hook and crazy. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a great one. It's not one to watch with the kids, although I think our niece and nephew are old enough to watch that. Maybe it's got whores and drug dealers and all kinds of stuff in it. Speaking of Christmas, now I've never heard of this before. Ever. Have you heard of Whamageddon?
No, it's the first time seeing anything about it.
Whamageddon starts this Thursday, December 1st. It's a game that you play. You can play it. All your friends can play it. The game starts and it starts on December 1st, ends on December 24th, Christmas Eve. The objective is to go as long as possible without hearing Wham's Last Christmas.
Wow.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Only the original version applies. So if you hear a remake, it's okay.
Okay.
It's the Wham's version. And you're out of the game as soon as you recognize the song. So if you're at the dentist office or you're in the car listening to Sirius or some dumbass is playing it, jogging next to you. If you hear it, you're out. So how far into the month can you go? I'm going to try it.
You're not going to last one day.
The problem is, I think the song is on my preferred Christmas playlist. So I would have to actually go edit my Apple playlist and take it out.
Right.
Yeah. They want you to post on social media with the hashtag Whamageddon when you get hit. So if it's the 3rd or the 4th or the 17th, Whamageddon, that's WHAMAGEDDON. I'm a horrible speller, so hopefully that's correct. I got a warning for you guys. I didn't know this. I honestly didn't know this. And Dale and I talk about this a lot because we give our dogs treats all the time. They get pepperonis. They get all the different healthy treats from Bark Box that come every month in our subscription. They get a lot of duck and salmon and stuff like that. But they do not get any rawhide. My previous dogs always got rawhide chewy sticks, and there were some choking problems.
Yes.
It really is a choking problem with dogs, and it's also very, very
because it can splinter
dangerous for
and
them.
Get in the throat.
It's not good for them.
No.
But the reason this is coming up now is because all the stores, the grocery stores, the Petcos, the PetSmarts, all of the local independent pet stores have all these fucking Christmas-themed rawhide products that have red and green shit kind of intertwined into the thing.
Right.
One, dogs don't need special Christmas treats. They don't know the fucking difference, right? This is only for humans.
I already bought some.
Yeah, well, I hope they're not rawhide.
No, they're little cookies.
But did you know that the vast majority of rawhide products come from China? And what they do to the hides, they actually start as cow hides.
Yeah.
They soak them in a toxic sodium sulfide to remove the hair and fat off the hide. Then more chemicals are used in order to split the hide into layers, which is then washed in hydrogen peroxide to give it the white, pure look that we all know when we see rawhide in the grocery store.
Right.
And to remove the smell, the rancid smell of, this is skin off a dead animal.
Right.
And then the festive, pretty colors that they add is glued on, and they glue it into this shape, and then you're giving it to your dog. It's got all this hydrogen peroxide and glue and paint on it. This is not good for dogs.
No, and there's no way that anybody could make something for humans with all of this to eat. So.
Yeah. And apparently they become, when they get, a dog chews on it for a while, and I know this from experience, it gets really wet and slippery.
Yeah.
And then when it gets lodged in their throat, because it's so wet and slippery, you can't get it out of there. So don't give your dogs rawhide this Christmas. That's my rant.
Yeah.
Also, please don't eat the Christmas display if you come to Vegas. I love this. So if you guys have ever been to Vegas and you've been to the Bellagio Conservatory, which is just beyond reception when you walk in the front door, it's very famous. It's world famous. People line up. I mean, there'll be hundreds, if not thousands of people there.
Yeah.
They change it about, maybe 5 or 6 times a year.
Yeah.
And now it's all decked out for Christmas, and it looks gorgeous. It's all natural and trees and ornaments, and there's a polar bear, and then there's a sign. There's a sign that says, "Please do not attempt to eat any items within our holiday display."
Because there is made with food. Some things are.
I know, but who the fuck goes to a holiday display and tries to eat it?
Stupid fuckers.
Yeah. And does that look like Allie right there? And that right there next to the guy taking the picture?
Maybe.
Anyway.
A little bit.
So if you come to Vegas, please do not try to eat any of our Christmas displays. Or anywhere you go. I mean, that would just be stupid. Okay, I was at the grocery store yesterday, and I took this picture.
Oh, this is your picture.
This is my picture that I took at the grocery store yesterday. It's Heinz's new ketchup. It's called Tomato Blood. I'm going to post this on Facebook and Instagram so you guys can see what it looks like. What the hell is it? I literally haven't looked it up. I haven't done any research. I don't know what tomato blood tomato ketchup is. Is this a new thing? What is tomato blood?
And this is Heinz tomato blood, and where it was usually like Heinz 57, this is Heinz 57 blood types. Was this
a Halloween
thing that got left over?
But there's tons of it in the store, and here it is after Thanksgiving.
It must be a Halloween thing.
Do you think it was left over from Halloween?
Ketchup stays good forever.
Shit, I should have bought one. Maybe they'll never make
look
it
at this.
again.
This doesn't expire until November 11th, 2023.
All right, I'm going back to the Smiths. I'm going to buy some tomato blood. Oh, you think this is just kind of a leftover Halloween thing, and it's just basically you think it's just basically regular ketchup inside?
Yeah.
All right, that's weird. You know what else is weird? You know who DJ Khaled is, right?
It's DJ Khaled.
Khaled.
Yes.
I love that you are here because you help my pronunciation of things. He's listing his shoe closet on Airbnb for $11 a night. This is a guy who has millions of dollars. He's a hip hop mogul. I think he's a DJ too, right? He's here in Vegas a lot, right? Does he do shows here?
I've never seen his name here.
Anyway, he has a huge home in Miami. And he's put his shoe closet because he's the ultimate sneaker dude. He has the ultimate sneaker kingdom in his house. This room is lined with shoes, his most prized kicks. I mean, I've seen pictures of it. It looks pretty freaking cool. And he's got hundreds, if not thousands of pairs, like Air Jordans and
right.
all the stuff that, is expensive and all that. Anyway, but he's putting his shoe closet on Airbnb. And bookings can be made beginning on November 29th, which was yesterday at 1 p.m. Eastern, for two overnight stays on December 5th and 6th, which would be early next week.
Right.
So obviously we're not going.
No.
Because I'm not getting on a plane to go spend the night. There's a bed in there.
Yeah.
Does he fuck in there? fuck in front of his shoes? Why is there a bed in his shoe closet?
Maybe just put it in there for this.
No animals are permitted, and you're not allowed to touch the shoes. You can take as many pictures as you want, but you can't touch his babies, he says. And lastly, and most importantly, stay blessed. But $11, so why? Why would he want strangers in his mansion, in his shoe closet? He has no idea who's going to sign up.
Right.
Obviously, it's gone by now because we're talking about this on November 30th, and this came out yesterday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and there were only 2 overnight stays available, so it's gone.
Maybe it's a gimmick with Airbnb or something.
It's also going to be catered by his restaurant, I guess, that he owns in Miami. So, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Would you want to stay in someone's shoe closet?
No, absolutely not. I'm not a huge fan of his anyway, so...
I mean, there must be fans of his that would do anything
of course.
Stay in his shoe closet.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know that there's cameras in there, so you can't try. You can't try any on any of the shoes.
You spend time in Ricky Martin's underwear drawer?
You know I would. I'm looking at him right now. There's a picture of me and him right above my desk.
Oh, God.
So who should pay when a passenger goes off a ship and they call out the Coast Guard? And I mean, they had multiple airplanes, multiple helicopters looking for this man for hours and hours and hours. This happened.
No one should pay.
This happened, huh?
No one should pay.
You don't think? You think taxpayers should pay for it?
They're already paying for it.
So this man went overboard on a Carnival cruise ship on the night before Thanksgiving. He was likely drunk. Actually, witnesses say that at 11 p.m., the last time he was seen on Wednesday night, he was quite drunk. And he kept getting in trouble on the ship for vaping. He was vaping all over the ship even. A lot of cruise ships and airlines don't want you vaping when, just like they don't want you smoking.
Right.
I don't think it hurts anybody. I don't know why you're not allowed to vape around other people. It doesn't hurt anyone else like smoking does.
Right.
But anyway, you're not allowed to. So apparently he went missing. He says he told rescuers he wasn't sure how he'd fallen overboard.
Drunk
as shit. Let me tell you, and I know we've talked about this on the show. You've got to be doing something stupid to fall off a cruise ship. It's not possible to accidentally fall off a cruise ship.
No.
You have to either be sitting on the rail, climbing over the rail, or jumping over the rail. Or I guess someone could push you. I guess it could be a murder.
Yeah.
Right? But you can't fall off a cruise ship accidentally. It's just not possible. Unless you're really tall, like you're 8 feet tall, then maybe the thing's not high enough.
Right.
But there aren't very many of those people.
No.
Anyway, he was in the water for something like 15, 16 hours or more.
Yeah, I saw it on the...
And they saved him. They spent hours finding him. They found him, but it must have cost tens of thousands, if not $100,000 to find this guy.
Sure.
Of taxpayers' money. But if he was drunk and stupid and fell off the ship, why shouldn't he get a bill? Do you not think he should get a bill?
No.
Why?
Because these things are already paid for. What are you paying for?
I mean, yes, we pay taxes,
Jesus, I mean, there's got to be something you could get for free around here.
I think if you're doing so...
I think if I fell off a boat and was treading water for 11 hours, I think my government should bring...
Yeah, but if it was your fault, you think it's one of the things that you deserve as an American citizen. You get saved by the Coast Guard.
Free U.S. Coast Guard search and rescue. For every American.
I love that. That should be your platform when you run for president. Just like today's show came out on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. Also, next week's show is going to come out on Wednesday because my mom and dad are going to be here, and I don't want to do the show in front of them. So we're going to tape the show next Tuesday, and it'll come out on Wednesday, and that's it. And we'll tell you all about how it went with my parents. That'll be a fun episode.
That'll be fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Stupid fuckers.
Yeah.